Good evening, viewers, and welcome to this edition of NTV Sports Page. It's Friday, the 2nd of August, and I'm Curtis Morton. In our headlines, Windies A and India A locked in intriguing contests. And in our feature for this evening, St. Kitts and Nevis cricket match ends in a dramatic tie. We'll take this break and I'll be right back.
Jump up, free up, bet up, no standing up. Love, passion, pride, culture, I'm a 45, yeah. Music, folklore, pageants, and so much more. Love, passion, pride, culture, I'm a 45.
Join us from July 25th to August 6th for the Caribbean's greatest summer line. It's Culturama 45.
Love, passion, pride, culture, I'm a 45. Love, passion, pride, culture, I'm a 45. Love, passion, pride, culture, I'm a 45. Yeah. Love, passion, pride, culture, I'm a 45.
Well, I'm back and we start with cricket. In a game which seesawed from one team to the other, Day 2 of the second test match between the India A team and the West Indies A team ended with the game intriguingly poised. The Windies A commenced Day 2 with the score on 243 for 5 and led by a scintillating unbeaten knock by Rakeem Cornwall managed to get to 318 all out. The India A team in response was soon sent reeling on its head to be at 1 point 20 runs for 5 wickets. Chemar Holder was their main tormentor. However, opener Priyank Pankal teamed up with the number 7 batsman Shivan Dubey to take their team out of the obvious hole and get them to a more respectable 190 all out. The Windies A team, with a useful lead of 128 runs, would have been bubbling with anticipation of giving the visitors a huge victory target to chase. However, with just a few overs remaining in the day's play, the Indian opening bowlers sent shockwaves into the Windies camp when they knocked over 4 of the early batsmen with just 12 runs on the board. This effectively left the match wide open once more and made for an interesting third day. Summarized scores: Windies A 318 all out, India 190 all out, Shemar Holder 5 for 54, Romeo Shepherd 3 for 29, and Raymond Reefer 2 for 42. Windies A 12 for 4. Windies A leading by 140 runs at the end of Day 2 with 6 wickets in hand. Meanwhile, Stephen Smith finished the last Ashes series having scored 687 runs in 7 innings, so really there was little surprise that he began the next contest in similar vein, except of course for everything that has happened since. He marked his return to Test cricket after 16 months with one of his finest hands, lifting Australia from an almost down and out 122 for 8 with considerable help from the tail to a position from which they could consider themselves ahead of the game psychologically, if nothing else, having gone to 98 with a 6 of Moeen Ali, then tucking a single, a drive through the covers against Ben Stokes from his 183rd delivery brought up his 24th Test 100, and it was no ordinary milestone. The emotions came flooding out as he celebrated, then tried to compose himself with a few deep breaths and a look to the sky, taking in the applause along with a few remaining and largely foolish-sounding boos. The summarized scores: England 10 for none, trail Australia 284, Smith 144, Broad 5 for 86, and England was trailing by 274 runs. We go to break, and when I come back, we'll have our feature for this evening.
Trouble, trouble, trouble. Let me go. Everybody go. That one you go mad. We are gonna push forward. I want to hear everybody say ready, ready.
Well, I'm back, and tonight cricket is in the spotlight. The much-anticipated cricket match between the Nevis and St. Kitts senior cricket teams took place at the E.T. Willett Park on Thursday, the 1st of August. The proverbial Battle of the Narrows attracted a huge crowd at the ETW, with the spectators totally enthralled in the match. St. Kitts captain Terence Ward won the toss and elected to send Nevis into bat first. Nevis got off to an aggressive start, compliments of Jamie Cornelius and Ross Powell. When Powell was caught, Andre Brown batted fluently until he pulled across one and was sent leg before wicket. Tonito Willett came to the crease and played a gem of an innings, looking positive right from the outset. One inside-out heave over extra cover for a maximum would challenge stoutly for the shot of the day. He unfortunately retired hurt towards the end of the innings. Nevis eventually got to a competitive 174 when their allotted 20 overs ran out. The St. Kitts team, on the other hand, also started aggressively, with young Jerry Louis making an early statement when he carted Nelson Boland unceremoniously into the Villa grounds with the second ball he faced. Once the openers departed, several batsmen batted around Akeem Saunders, who was the standout batsman for the visitors, and the spectators were constantly kept on edge as the overs ran out. It came down to 10 runs required from the last over. In other words, 10 runs from 6 balls. Nevis' captain Adelvin Phillip took the responsibility upon his broad shoulders, and the final moments are best described ball by ball. First ball, an audacious scoop shot that went fine for 4. 6 runs needed from 5. St. Kitts in the ascendancy. Second ball, the batsman charges wildly down the pitch, misses the ball, taken by the wicketkeeper, and a loud appeal from the fielders. Umpire unimpressed, no runs. 6 runs needed from 4 balls. Third ball, driven nicely for the offside, and the batsman scampered for 2 runs. 4 runs needed from 3 balls. Looks like St. Kitts has the game wrapped up. Adelvin Phillip and some of the senior players hold an emergency House of Assembly meeting. Fourth ball, wild swing outer edge found, down to third man. The fielder does well and restricts the batsman to 1 run. 3 runs needed from 2 balls. Another emergency meeting. Fifth ball, another swing and a miss. The ball goes through to the wicketkeeper, who sees them attempting a bye and throws at the stumps and misses. However, Phillip grabs the ball and knocks down the stumps at the non-striker's end. Timber! He's run out, and the division players and supporters are in second heaven. The tension at the ETW is cutting like a knife. The fat lady is probably hiding underneath the scoreboard. 3 runs to get from 1 ball. What a game. 6th and final ball. Another wild swing and a miss. The batsmen are off and running. Wicketkeeper Ross Powell, instead of running up to the stumps with the ball, throws. Dreadful mistake. He misses, much to the chagrin of his teammates and the Nevis supporters. The batsman turned for the second run. He's way out of his crease as Jason Campbell swoops on the ball. Adelvin Phillip is waiting by the stumps for the return, but Campbell throws to the wrong end, and the batsmen scamper home. The match has been effectively tied. Both teams 174. Will there be a super over, as was the case with England and New Zealand? Well, the officials decided that they had had enough drama for 1 day and officially declared the match a tie. So at the closing ceremony which followed, the medals were given to the players, and the Derek Parry Trophy was presented by the great man himself to the captains of both teams. For his wonderful knock of 54, Tonito Willett was declared the man of the match. Small wonder if some folks went to their cardiologist earlier today. We go now to the ETW, because I know you want to see what I'm talking about. Hold on, Skip. Hold on. Who won the toss?
Me win the toss.
You're playing to do what?
You feeling?
You feeling?
Yeah.
Any particular reason for that?
You look at dry softness, but you trust yourself to chase this.
Confident to go win this one?
Yeah, man, definitely.
All right. Adelvin, had you won the toss, what would you have done?
We'll have feeling first also.
Okay. But having to bat, no problem.
Well, in cricket we have batting and bowling, so we just have to go and set our mind and go and put a good total on the board and give the Kittitians a good one.
All right, all the best. Jamie Cornelius loves to go Coast Corner, which is free and vacant. Moves in now. First delivery of this match. He goes high. Over mid-off right away. 1 bounce into the boundary for 4. And so Cornelius making a statement early. The ball was in his half. Mid-off is up, and he decided to go long. So Ross Powell settles once more. Eddie moves in now. He's pulling this one. He didn't really latch onto it, but it has gone towards the mid-wicket boundary. Managed chasing after it, and that's gone for 4. Fine leg in position. Moves in now to go short. He's pulling that one. That's definitely hit hard. And that's gone towards mid-wicket with a rush. He really latched onto that. Seems as if Jerome Thomas's nickname is Whoop. As he bowls, he's playing it uppishly. Gone. Brilliant catch. To bowl to. He's banging it down the ground. That's a lovely shot. That's gone for 4. Moves in now to bowl to Brown. Brown is on the back, but just pushes it into the outside. That's a seriously quick run. and misfielded with the overthrow. It might run pretty close to the boundary. The man is chasing after it, can't pull it in, and that's Jeremiah Louis, can't pull it in. So 4 overflows. Somebody says it's Jerome Thomas as he moves in now to bowl to Jamie Cornelius. Cornelius hits him high and hard over mid-on and into the boundary for 4. Bowl to Andrew Brown. He's hitting it down the ground. That's a lovely shot. Oh, as straight as an arrow. It was in his half, and Andre Brown just leant into it, hit it down the ground for 4. So it's going to be buried once more. Moves in now to bowl to Cornelius. He's down the track here and drives nicely. There's a man chasing after it, 2 actually, and he's going to go for 4. That's a lovely shot. The update, but it's going to be Terence Ward who will continue from the far end. He bowled a very impressive first over, 2 runs from that over. And he'll want to continue with that kind of bowling as he moves in now, bowls, and but that's close. That's going to be mighty close. He's gone. He pulled right around it. So it's going to be Cornelius, who's been there at the start of the innings. Settling over his back now, and it's going to be Eddie opening now. He's going down the ground. He's going to be out. He has picked out the man at long on. Jamie Cornelius hits it straight down to. Settle once more as the new bowler moves into it is driving. That's a beautiful shot, and that's going to race into the boundary for another 4. And the ball is off the edge and badly misfielded there by Thomas. Took his eyes off it, and it's gone for 4. Ball into Philip. Philip goes big. That's a lovely shot. That's gone high, hard, and handsome. That's gone way down towards the main road, and it's nice to see that. Now to bowl to Philip. He's going towards the coast corner area. 1 bounce into the boundary for 4. He goes once more. Moves in now to bowl to Willett. Willett is hitting this one over the head of the bowler. There's a run here for both men. Oh, brilliant work to stop it just inside the boundary. Willett in strike. Short, and he pulls it away. The man has another hard run. Can't pull it in this time, does he? No. 4. Here goes Louis, moves in now to bowl. He goes high, but somebody should be getting on there. There's a tall man here. Settles on there nicely, takes the catch, he's gone. Here goes once more. Bowler moves in now to bowl. He's going hard, high. Is it handsome? It has gone big. That's a big shot. That's gone into the park for 6. They need all of 11 runs from this final over. It has been a very good game. Here goes, final over. Oh, it's gone for 4. That was brilliantly played. A little scoop shot, going really fine, premeditated and all. His experience. He moves in once more to bowl. Beaten outside the off stump, he's shouting his appeal. The umpire is unimpressed. But it's a dot ball. Drives into the outside. 2 is the call. The man is racing across. And they're going back for 2. They get it easily. That's a lovely shot. That's 2 more. 3 balls to get 4 runs. I've lost count. Here goes once more. Moves in now to bowl. Off the edge. Down towards third man. They're going back for the second? No. So well done. Only a single.
Okay, the pressure is on here.
Looks like Louis strike.
Races into ball.
I think he's gone. I think he's run out. He's run out. Tried to steal a run. And a Delvin Phillip hit the stump direct. The crowd goes wild. Races in now. This is it, folks. That ball. And this is the stump. They're running. They're running. Is that a tied game? I think it's a tied game. I think it's a tied game. I think it's a tied game. Wow. That's our package for this evening and indeed for the week. I am Curtis Morton, reminding you that you can watch sports if you're not fit. But to play sports requires fitness, diligence, and sacrifice. Have a good night and a very safe holiday weekend.